The price of forbidden wealth. In the heart of a small, impoverished African village, where the sun beats down on the dusty streets and children play among the scattered livestock, lived a man named Obinna. At 35 years old, Obinna was a hard-working farmer, but despite his best efforts, he struggled to provide for his family. Every day, he toiled under the relentless sun, his brow furrowed with determination and weariness, his simple tunic and worn-out sandals testament to his relentless struggle. One fateful day, Obinna met Chief Ezugo, the village elder and traditional healer, known for his wisdom and knowledge of ancient secrets. In the dimly lit interior of Chief Ezugo's hut, filled with animal skins, herbs, and spiritual artifacts, Obinna listened intently as the elder spoke of a secret ritual that could grant him immense wealth. The catch? It required an unthinkable sacrifice. Chief Ezugo explained the ritual in hushed tones, describing a sacred forest grove where ancient carvings adorned the trees and totems stood silent guard under the moonlight. The ritual, he said, demanded an act of incest, a taboo that chilled Obinna to the core. Yet, desperation clawed at his heart, and the promise of wealth dangled before him like a forbidden fruit tormented by his inner conflict. Obinna convinced his sister Adais to join him in the forest, weaving a tale of necessity and destiny. Adais, a kind-hearted 28-year-old woman, trusted her brother implicitly. Clad in a bright beaded dress that contrasted starkly with the dark shadows of the grove, she followed him, unaware of the true nature of his intentions. Under the watchful gaze of the moon and the silent totems, the deed was done. The air was thick with a sense of violation and dread, and as the ritual concluded, Obinna felt a mix of triumph and deep, gnawing guilt. Overnight, Obinna's fortunes changed. His farm flourished with abundant crops, and his once barren fields transformed into a lush, green paradise. Obinna's new wealth brought respect and influence, and his once modest hut grew into a large, well-maintained home, filled with luxurious clothing and artifacts of prosperity. But with wealth came whispers. Adais fell ill, plagued by nightmares and a mysterious ailment that defied explanation. The villagers, clad in traditional attire, gathered in hushed circles, their eyes filled with suspicion and fear. As Adais's condition worsened, the spirit of the forest, Nur, appeared to Obinna in a vision. The ethereal figure, a manifestation of the ancient rituals, demanded a further price for the wealth bestowed upon him. Obinna, now plagued by visions of spirits and driven to the brink of madness, saw his family fall apart. His wife, Nena, remained unaware of the dark path, but she sensed the growing distance and paranoia in her husband. In a desperate bid to save his sister and his sanity, Obinna confessed his sins to Nena. The revelation shattered her, and Adais, weakened and tormented, succumbed to her mysterious illness. The village elders, dressed in traditional garb, convened a community trial in the square. The rhythmic drumming and chanting echoed through the air as Obinna stood before them, a broken man facing the judgment of his peers. The verdict was swift. Obinna was exiled from the village, stripped of his wealth and status, and left to wander the wilderness in ragged clothing, a shadow of his former self. Adais's spirit was honored in a traditional ceremony, her memory preserved as a cautionary tale against the dangers of greed and breaking sacred taboos. As the sun set over the serene village, life began to return to normal. The villagers, once again in harmony, reflected on the moral lesson etched into their collective memory. And somewhere in the desolate wilderness, Obinna wandered, haunted by the price he had paid for forbidden wealth.